Chronicler's Note: there are moments in every adventuring tale where one may pause, take stock, and say with confidence, "Surely things cannot become worse." This, as every historian of any worth knows, is bait. The Merry Misfits had already endured the indignity of traps, the impudence of undead, and the unsettling discovery that some skeletons not only refuse to lie down, but appear to possess a sense of humor. Yet what followed proved far crueler than another blade in the dark. For steel may be parried, arrows may be dodged, but the sudden absence of someone one has only just learned to call Big Sis? That is another wound entirely.
The darkness of the crypt still pressed close around the Merry Misfits when Harmony Gold bent over Brenna DeLaren, searching desperately for proof that the dragon-blooded girl still lived. And there it was. Breath. Faint, but present. Yet for the briefest heartbeat before relief could fully take shape, Harmony saw something else. Symbols, strange and luminous, flashing across Brenna's body like a secret written in light and gone before the eye could properly claim it. She tried to understand it, tried to place it among lessons half-remembered from temple halls, old texts, and prayers spoken beneath safer ceilings. But there was no answer. Brenna was breathing. Brenna was unmoving. And the crypt was not done with them. With Bardin Amberrock holding the rear and the others clustered near the fallen Drake, Harmony made a decision that sounded, for one shining moment, almost like it had come from a competent adult. They would withdraw to the crypt chamber, fortify, and decide their next move. A sensible plan. Naturally, the dead objected. The skeleton that had plagued them, bow in hand, jaw clacking with a noise that came dangerously close to laughter, barred the way. Amalia struck first, her saber biting cleanly into bone. Bardin followed, stepping beside her with shield and sword ready, though the skeleton parried with mocking ease, as if even death had taken fencing lessons. Then, like a red comet thrown by the gods of dramatic entrances, Crimson Striker burst into the battle. She slammed into the undead fist first, white ponytail snapping through the stale air, new gauntlets and greaves gleaming with menace.
"Forgive my absence,"
she declared, as though she had merely been late to tea.
"Justice needed enacting."
A lesser skeleton might have shown concern. This one clicked its jaw, raised its bow, and fired an arrow directly at her face. Striker leaned aside with infuriating elegance, letting the shaft bury itself in the wall behind her. The skeleton's answering clack sounded suspiciously like a disappointed ch. Harmony, staggering but not yet broken, stepped forward. Her mana was thin, her spirit frayed, but faith is not measured solely by abundance. She called upon Harula, asking the goddess to guide the spirit from the corrupt vessel before them. The prayer struck. The skeleton endured. And somewhere in that holy invocation, under breath and exhaustion, there may have been a whispered insult involving the word jerkface. I make no accusation. I merely record the possibilities of history. Yet, even miracles have limits. Harmony felt her strength fading. The essence that bound her to Harula stretched too thin. She admitted it plainly. She was running out of ideas, out of divine power, and perilously close to burning more of herself than could be recovered. So the others carried the battle. Bardin hammered at the skeleton with grim, dwarven persistence. Amalia pressed forward despite the creature's evasions. Striker, seeing an opening, rushed in low and fast, sweeping behind the undead thing and hurling it skull first into the crypt floor with a suplex worthy of several heroic ballads and at least one tavern brawl. The skeleton collapsed, then began putting itself back together. There are few things more discouraging than an enemy that treats dismemberment as a temporary inconvenience. Still, the Misfits did not yield. Harmony, nearly spent, shifted from miracle worker to commander, calling out tactical commands with all the force she could muster. Stryker seized the moment. Bardin raised his sword once more. Amalia stood ready. At last, Bardin struck true. The skeleton's head flew from its shoulders and rolled across the stone. For one dreadful instant, it seemed less like chance and more like the severed skull had deliberately turned toward them, jaw clicking one final mocking farewell. Bardin, a practical soul, walked over and stomped on it. A wise precaution. One suspects dwarves survive by understanding that some problems require follow-up. With the battle ended, Harmony ran back to Brenna, only to find empty stone. Brenna was gone. No body. No trail immediately visible. No explanation. Only absence. Harmony's panic struck faster than any arrow. She screamed that Brenna was missing, then tried to run blindly down the passage, only to stumble and fall. Bardin caught the shape of the danger before she could throw herself into it. Not alone. Not recklessly. Not with another skeleton waiting in the dark. Harmony rose with tears streaking her dirty face, guilt pouring out in broken pieces. She blamed herself. The prank, the trap, the anger, the moment she had stormed away. Every small mistake became, in her heart, a chain leading to Brenna's disappearance. Bardin did not answer with tactics. He hugged her.
We will find her,
He told her.
but together.
It was a small mercy in a place starved for such things. Then came the laughter. From nowhere. From everywhere. Amalia searched. Bardin stiffened. Harmony turned in circles, trying to find the source, but the sound belonged to the crypt itself, or to something hiding behind it. Something that understood fear. Something that enjoyed it. That was when Harmony broke.
Give us back our friend!
She screamed into the darkness.
Give us back Big Sis, you bastard!
No answer came. Only silence. And silence in such places is rarely empty. The Misfits gathered themselves. Bardin pointed west. It was as good a direction as any, and better than standing still beneath unseen laughter. Harmony nodded, but the fire in her had changed. She admitted what the others already feared. Her divine strength was nearly gone. If they continued, she could not promise miracles. She was, as she put it, another sword. Even that sword was not properly her own. Her rapier was gone with Brenna, or lost amid the chaos, and Bardin, steady Bardin, ever the one to solve a disaster with whatever lay at hand, retrieved a plain longsword from the remains of a skeletal dog. He brought it back to Harmony. She took it quietly. It was not elegant. It was not hers. But it was steel. And steel, when faith runs thin, must sometimes carry the next step. The group searched for tracks, but the dust and strange markings of the crypt offered no easy truth. Too many trails crossed the stone, too many signs twisted together. Whatever had taken Brenna, or wherever she had gone, had not left them a simple answer. Harmony, quieter now, stood caught between two instincts, to rush forward screaming until the darkness gave her sister back, or to let others lead, because panic had already nearly taken her. Bardin looked. Stryker looked. Amalia stayed near. And somewhere ahead, in the buried dark, Brenna de Lorraine waited. Or something wearing her absence did.
Meta summary. This session turns the Merry Misfits' usual chaos inward, shifting the danger from can they survive the monster to can they survive losing one of their own. The skeleton fight carries the familiar blend of comedy and peril. Stryker's dramatic return, Bardin's practical violence, Harmony's desperate prayer, and the undead's deeply rude refusal to stay broken. But the true blow lands after the battle is won. Brenna's disappearance immediately transforms the party dynamic. What had once been banter about Big Sis becomes painfully sincere, especially as Harmony's guilt spills out in full. Her panic, Bardin's steady comfort, Amalia's quiet support, and the unseen laughter in the dark all sharpen the emotional stakes. The Misfits are no longer merely investigating a haunted crypt, they are being toyed with. Overall, the session succeeds because it weaponizes the bonds the campaign has spent so long building. The comedy remains because these are still the Misfits, and dignity remains allergic to them, but beneath it lies a darker truth. Harmony's faith is nearly spent, Brenna is gone, and the party must now press forward not for reward or glory, but for family.